Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Well, today I am wanting to just do some master boards, and I have some strips of paper here, and I still don't have my Christmas out, but these are from some things that are Christmas-ish and Christmas digitals that I've been working on. And then I also brought out some strips and pieces that I have to maybe, if we get time, put them on the back and hopefully have time to cut everything out. We'll see. So just want to say hi to everybody and thank you so much for hanging out and joining us. And if you haven't subscribed, we'd love for you to. Just click that subscribe button, and we're trying to just, I don't know, engage more with our viewers. So we'd love it if you would subscribe, and we hope everyone is doing well and get a chance to craft today. All right, so I just took these when I was at the last craft fair. One of the ladies had a lot of scrapbooking books, magazines, I guess I could say. And at the end of the retreat, they were just going to get rid of them. And I was like, oof, I could use those for things. So they have these really nice thick pages, and I thought they would be awesome for collaging. So I tore out a couple of pages, but when I flipped them over, look at how beautiful this is. Isn't that gorgeous? So I decided, no, I got to keep that. We'll put that in one of my glue books or something. So I'm going to set that aside. But I have these two that were, you know, something that I was fine with putting together as a, you know, getting it together for the board. All right, so it's just like collaging, except I'm going to just use you know, little just strips, and some of them I will have to cut off because they have a little bit of a border. So yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing. I wanted to do some of these so that I could kind of get ready to I'm gluing off to the side so that I could get ready to make some Christmas journal cards and things like that. Like I said, I still haven't gotten my Christmas papers and embellishments and things down, my junk journal things to, you know, to use. And I really need to do that. It's just that I think about getting all that down, and I want to go through it and kind of reorganize, and I would need the dining room table to do that. And I just don't want to do that right before Thanksgiving. Ugh. Oh, here's a piece I can cut too. That's in there. Yeah, so I just didn't want to do that. Let's see. This might look pretty too. I'm not worried too much about getting it super even on the back side, because we can cut that off here before we give it a trim before we add the ones on the back. Okay, so what's going on? What is going on with you guys? Let's see. Trying to think. It's been absolutely beautiful here. I mean, it's chilly, but for now the sun has been out. Now this next week is going to get very cold. It's going to be like winter type weather where the high is going to be in the low 40s or 30s, and then the let's see if maybe I want to do it this way. Nope, I want to go this way. And then the nights are going to be in the 20s or the teens even. Can you believe it already? Oh, I hope it snows. I love it. Probably my friends are like, no, don't say that. But I do. I love the snow. I love it. And bonus, Joey is off for the whole next week. Oh my goodness. This is the first job he's ever had that has like paid. I don't remember how I said I wanted to do that. Was it this way? Where he's had like paid vacation. He's always worked for the union, and so I mean, you can take days off, but you're just not going to get paid for them. can see a little bit through there, but actually it kind of doesn't look too bad. So that is so exciting. I love it. And we don't really have anything planned other than, you know, getting holiday things ready. And we travel for Christmas this year. And this is the first year since we've been married. This first year probably since I can ever remember in my adult life that I've had started Christmas, even just starting Christmas, like getting the decorations out of the attic and stuff for Thanksgiving. But Joey has already brought them down, and they're in tubs, and they're in the hallway out of the way. And the second Thanksgiving is over, bam, Christmas. And Joey and I he's watched a couple, and we watched a Christmas movie together last night. That has never happened. We've never done that before Christmas. So time is a changing. I love it. We love it so much. Just love it. What else? Let's see. Trying to see if there's some about the same width, but that may not always happen. Oh, that's a really chubby one. Here's one. Let's see if that works. Nope. How about we just make this one work? Just for this one, and then there we go. Yeah, so I keep thinking, like, as I'm thinking through Thanksgiving meal prep, I'm also thinking about Christmas meal prep, because we're going to be, you know, traveling, and Joey and I will be making one of the meals, and then we all contribute on Christmas, and then I'll do the Christmas morning, do a kind of like a cinnamon roll coffee cake type of thing. So I'll be doing that. But so I'm thinking through that too, and it almost feels like it's around the corner, but we still have a few weeks to go. Oh gosh, look what I did, brother. I did the whole thing. Well, we'll use it. Have to get my scissors gummy, but we will use it. Now I've got another chubby one. Maybe if I go this way, it'll help. Then I can just start doing some that way. Okay. Like maybe, how about this? Oh, it's not quite. And coming along on the Christmas shopping, but a lot of times it's after, you know, it's after Thanksgiving before I really put full effort into Christmas shopping. But like I told you before, if I'm at a flea market or something, or thrift store or whatever, and I see something that, you know, is just the personality of someone that I buy for, I get it. Gosh, that could be anything from jewelry to, you know, a little teacup or whatever. Okay. And I'm going through my glue pages like crazy over here. All right. Let's just put that one all the way across. So what else? So this is being filmed on Sunday. So we went to church today. It was nice. And then had lunch with some friends, which was also very nice. Go back to church tonight. And the pastor has asked me to give testimony on being grateful. Thanksgiving coming up. And so I've been prayerfully considering that. So that is to come tonight. So that'll be nice. And then also a few other people will be speaking, and I'm excited to hear from them. Okay, I think we still have a little bit of this. I think that might be okay to put there. I was going to tell you guys, so Joey and I went out date night on Friday night, and at this local place that we like to go to, if you sit at one of the high tables in the bar, you can partake of the happy hour dinner menu, which is great. You know, it's like half price. I mean, you know, who doesn't want that? So, and we enjoy, you know, it's very sweet in there. I mean, they have tables and stuff for dining, but if you sit at the high tops, you know what I'm talking about. If you sit at one of the high top tables, then you can get the half price. So that's what we did. And one of the high tops has, it's very, very long, very long. So probably, I would say 20 plus people could sit at it. So it was packed, and they didn't have two chairs together. They had them across from each other, but it's kind of noisy in there. So I was trying to figure out how we were going to do it, you know, to talk and stuff, because even though it was happy hour, it was still date night. We want to talk. So this one guy saw us, and he's like, "Oh, do you want me to move down?" And I was like, "Oh, that would be great." So he moved down one, and so we were able to, Joey and I were able to sit together. And this gentleman was just waiting. He had come in and sat there and ordered his family's dinner to go. Which, as I heard him order, I didn't realize they had like these, you know, kind of how when you go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, you can get like the big family meal. I didn't realize they had that there. So he ordered a couple of family meals, and I thought, oh, that's an idea. Anyways, we just exchanged pleasantries, and that was about it. And then Joey and I got into chit-chatting and stuff. And then when he was leaving, I said, "Well, I hope you have a good night." And he said, "You too." And so then that was that. Well, when it came to pay, Joey went to pay, and the server said, "Oh, that guy that was sitting next to you paid for your dinner." What? Wasn't that sweet? I mean, it just catches you off guard when someone's like that. I think it's just like it's such a warm, blessed feeling. I don't know. Something about it, just not that somebody paying, but somebody doesn't even know you and they're thinking of you. It's just, to me, it's just so pleasant and wonderful. So anyways, I've just been very grateful about that. It's just been, I don't know, something about it just really made my day. Keeps making my day. That was Friday. Okay. This is fun to do. It's kind of therapeutic, but for me, you know, looking at every little piece and everything, it takes me a minute to do it. Yeah, so anyways, that was really neat. And of course, probably most people have done what has been referred to as paying it forward before. But sometimes you forget about it. And that was a good reminder of how special a person can feel when that happens, do you know? What a difference. I mean, it took a great night and made it even better. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do this. All right. Oops. I don't know if you guys have this. I hadn't seen this before, but it's pretty fun. Someone in our little town decided that, you know, not everybody has a Christmas tree at Christmas, and many people have an old Christmas tree somewhere, or maybe they're upgrading this year or whatever. So they put it out on our little town's Facebook that if you have a Christmas tree that you no longer use, an artificial tree, to bring it to a certain area, and they opened an artificial tree lot, and so they just poked all the trees down in the ground and then put the little stands next to them, and then you can just go and harvest your own little artificial Christmas tree if you need one. Is that the sweetest? I think it is. I just think, wow, what a great idea. What a great idea. Many times people that, you know, maybe it's a struggling season for them, they think, what's, you know, where should I spend my money? And buying a Christmas tree probably isn't something that is maybe isn't the priority for them. And then, you know, to have someone come up with something like that to where they could then have that in their home. I mean, it's just the sweetest thing. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. I've used that one several times, but it's okay to use them in different spots because these are going to be, you know, cut. My tearing isn't perfect on these when I tore them. And I tell you, I think I mentioned this before, but I got this paper, this copy paper. I have regular just Joe Walmart copy paper. And then I decided I'm going to get one that is recycle. I don't know what they call it. I think all of mine are recycled, but I'm just saying, like, it's some, I don't know, comes in a brown, like, oh, it's just something special for the environment. I can't remember what it is. Man, that stuff is so hard to tear. Every time I try to tear it, it just tears up. Now, what have I not used? Let's see if I can get some out here that I haven't used. This is pretty. Let's try that. Yeah, that's going to go all the way up. Let's see what can go here. Have that little, nope, that's a full one. I thought I had a little one I just had. A little chubby. Here it is. Then once, you know, we cut this, then we can, at some point, decorate them, but it'll already be ready to go, you know. And you could also sew around each one if you wanted to, like once you cut them the way you want them, you could sew around it. This is almost like a long piece of washi, this one, so slender. Most of these digitals, I think I shared on one of my last Etsy shares, where I searched under $1.25 for digitals, with the exception of the Joey Card Maker freebies. This one, this one, this one. You know, some of those, the freebies. I've got so much glue on my fingers I can't hardly. I think this one's going to be the best for that area. Is there a more slender one? Yeah, but that's not tall enough. What about this one? Nope. Okay. Oh, here's one. Nope, that's not tall enough either. Or wide enough. Okay, this is going to do it then. I'm going to go this way. Every year I always want to have like a holiday party. I have in my mind all this grand holiday party and have people over and serve food and stuff. And then I'm just so exhausted, you know, with everything. But it's maybe because maybe I put, you know, really don't need to put as much into it as I do, and could really just be having a lot of fun with my friends if I didn't make such a fuss. Okay, I'll let that dry because I'm going to cut that off. I would wrap it around, but we're going to put that other around there too, and I don't want to have too much of a buckle. Oh, we've got a little piece down here. Perfect. So how does everybody decorate? What do you do? Snowmen or gingerbread men? Men and women, you know, those are so cute. Do you do Santas? What do you do? How do you decorate? Angels? Do you do just nativity scenes? What do you do? I do mostly vintage. If you've ever gone to my my Instagram, you can go, I don't know if you can scroll down maybe last year or something and see a lot of it is I do the red and black, and I have a lot of, for me, I say a lot of thermoses and things like that, so I display with those. I like that. And some, you know, I have some beautiful, over the years, some beautiful Afghans that I've purchased, a couple, not very, 2 or 3, I can't remember how many. And you know, Christmas colors, and I'll throw those around. I found a beautiful made in Italy. Oh, it just feels like the yarn is made out of silk. Found that in California when I went to see Kathy. I think I paid like $3 for it. I mean, it was just, yeah, I'll take it. And it's red and white, and it's a really tight red and white, so it's not, you know, super crazy in colors or anything. Let's put this little strip there. Right. So my daughter, my oldest daughter, and her family will be traveling for the holidays, and so Joey and I would like to make them some goodies for their Thanksgiving holiday. So we need to get on that, and I think we need to do it tomorrow because they leave on Tuesday, and we'll be watching Lolly Dog. Which of course we love. Joey taking the trash can out to the curb. We don't really have a curb. I guess it's just the side of the road. Had a stare down with a couple of deer the other night. I was coming home, and it was just almost dusk, and they were starting to, on the woods across the street from our little drive, they were starting to cross, and I thought, oh, I'm going to just pull into the drive and videotape them. Well, I pulled into the drive, and they took one step back into the woods, but I could see their ears poking up, and we had a stare down. That stare down lasted what seemed like forever, but I guess it was only about 5 minutes. They won. Okay, I think we're about done on this side. How are we doing on time? Doing okay if I can bust it out on the next one. On the back side. Not fuss about it too much. Okay, need to get a paper towel here. My hands are gooey. Okay. Yikes. All right, we have one more. I think that'll be fine. Let's get that cut. And typically I can tear these little margins off, but not on this paper. It's very difficult to tear this direction. It's really weird. It's almost like it has a grain like fabric, you know, like I'm going against the grain. Yeah, you'll have to excuse if you can see any of this junk on my desk. I need to spray my desk down again. I've just been doing so many things, and I have this little box that I put stuff in to spray when I'm doing like the Tim Holtz. Oh gosh, look at that. I made it too long. Like the Tim Holtz sprays and stuff. I'll put it in this box so it doesn't get all over the place. But it got all over the place anyways. I was overspraying. I wonder if I have a skinny that can go right there. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I have some spray inks, little dabs here and there. My coffee died not too long ago, like maybe a week and a half, something like that, with my friends that came over for craft day. But the other night at our home Bible study, I had served some spiced tea, some orange spiced tea. And so I kept the orange spiced tea tea bags. And so then I wanted to dye the paper with that and see what would happen. The tea was so pretty. It was this beautiful, gosh, what color? I'm going to say, you know what a blood orange looks like? It's that really red orange. That's what the tea looked like. So I put the paper in it for a little bit, and then I pulled it out and laid it out, and then I put my doilies over it, and then I put another piece of paper over it. I like to do that. Another piece of paper over it, and then I let it dry. Now I had to do this inside because it was freezing outside and very windy, so I did it inside on our counter. Okay, there's that. Now let's get this cut. And so today, I was, checking it all out, and it's so interesting because some of it has a little bit of an orange tint, but the majority of it, I'll have to show it to you. It's still some of it's still drying, so I left it in the kitchen. I left it all in the kitchen. But some of it has like a green tint. Is that interesting? And it didn't dye like as well as regular tea does. Regular tea is it for dyeing paper. It just like if you get the Earl Grey or orange peyote, or however you say it, however you say it. I think that just dyes. I mean, it stains. It truly stains beautifully, especially when you have like doilies and stuff you want to do, like plastic tablecloths and stuff. Anyways, they did turn out neat, just not anything like what I expected. But, oh my goodness, do they smell good. They smell kind of cinnamony. Okay. Like it. All right, now let's flip it over and let's try to get this done as quickly as possible. Let's get a nice thick one to go right here over the center. One that's not cardstock. Here's one. Not quite big enough, but put that down. And here's another somewhat thick. Put this one down. Don't need to overlap it too much. Like I said, I'm going to try to get them sewn once it's cut apart. Okay, this is might take a minute to glue here. I'm just off to the side because I have so much on my desk, projects that I'm doing or in the middle of doing or haven't started, that oops, sorry, I hit you. That I don't have a lot of room to spread out. I've got some home projects I'm doing for gifts, and I'd show them to you, but I don't know if the person watches or not, And I put stuff on my Facebook and stuff. Okay, so you can see through that a little bit. Can you see through this? No. So I may overlap some of that to kind of lessen that. See through that? Nope. Going through the glue. I was just thinking about our Bible studies. Joey has a men's Bible study on Tuesday. Then we lead a study on Thursday. And then I have a women's Bible study on Friday. And as much as we love them, they're all on hold until after the new year, for holidays and stuff. And that's going to kind of be nice to, just have a little rest of it. And then we'll be all geared up to start again. Let's put something right here. Yeah, that'll cover at least enough. So, I mean, some of it is just, you can see right through it. Kind of. I found this little, I can't remember if I mentioned this on the previous video, but I was out trying to get a few Christmas things completed, and let's see, that was Friday, I think, and I was coming down one of the main boulevards, I guess you could call it, in a neighboring the big city nearby that we go to for, you know, big shopping or whatever. And so anyways, traffic was slowed down, and I wonder if I should go like this, just kind of break it up a little bit. So I'm just kind of going with the traffic, and I noticed this sign that says antiques. Now, I'm not a big antique person, but sometimes here, I don't know what it's like where you're at, but sometimes here, antiques can mean a bunch of things, like old stuff to literally nice antiques. So I thought, wow, how have I never seen this? So I decided I would go, and so I kind of weaved in and out, and instead of having to turn around, I was able to get to it through a back road. And I go in, and I'm talking to the owner, and I said, oh my gosh, I just saw this. How long have you been here? Are you new? And she said, oh, we've been here 11 years. What? I thought I knew every place in town. Anyways, I had a lot of fun there, and I bought some old, what are they called? Title books. Has some of that old-fashioned typewriter and handwriting and receipts and stuff, and so I bought a couple of those. I thought that was fun. What else did I buy? I bought one other thing. Oh, a vintage rubber stamp. And, you know, it's hard as a rock, but, and you may know this already, but for me, I take my little emery board that I use to craft, and I just run that alongside the rubber stamp and get that crusty part off, and then it works just fine. Maybe I go like this. I think that's the better of it. So let's see, it says special delivery. I thought that was cute. She had quite a few things that I liked, but the prices, whew, they were much higher than I'm used to spending at places like that. Which, not that they're not worth it, it's just, you know, I told you I'm a cheapskate and I look for bargains, so. Okay. I need to pick it up, don't I? I love this Amazon paper for stuff. But we're going to have a little gap. Can use this because there's not a lot of words under there. Whoopsie. Okay. Oh, I think I did that way too long. poor scissors are going to need a really good cleaning. Some alcohol. All right, now let's see what happens with this thing. Turn the page here. Yeah, so this time of year I get these, I've been getting like different little catalogs in the mail. Some of them are because somebody who lived here before had ordered. Some are from me when I had ordered back during the pandemic, you know, ordered from catalogs. And they'll send you a little something in the mail to remind you to order, you know. Anyways, they're so good for glue books because they're they're glossy and stuff just kind of peels right off. Anyways, that's been my experience. So I've been pretty much set for a little bit with glue books. But then again, I've been gluing a lot too, so I don't know how long that's going to last. Okay. Get some of these big sheets here. Well, I'd love it if you want to leave a comment. Let me know what you're working on. Is everybody working on Christmas? Are you finishing up your Thanksgiving blessing journals? What are you working on? Are you just enjoying watching videos and taking a little break and not working on anything right now? Which is fine. That's what I like to do. Always look to make sure there's nothing goofy on some of that. This has a little bit of that really, really dark, and it's from when I mixed the rust water with coffee dye. You can see, but what was interesting is the shimmer in it. I thought that was interesting. Let me put this here. There's some more of this brown paper. Oh, that's a sack. I think we're going to go over a little bit, but I want to get this done real quick. Then what I will do is I will put it, I'll finish it, I'll cut it and sew. We'll decorate together, but I'll do all that and I'll put a picture of it on Instagram. Joey143Jenny. And then we'll come back and we'll finish her off. All right, so this is one glue stick down. Ooh, I mean, it is barely fitting there. Okay. Let's just use this. Ledger, or, oh, what is this called? What kind of paper is that? Graph paper. Graph paper is so great for so many things, isn't it? Lettering, graphing. It's so good for like if you want to draw out a pattern, especially like a quilt pattern. I've used it so many times for that. Okay, now we have one more little section here. What could go? What could go? Here's one. Oh, and I've got that too. Okay, something right there. Got all these little pieces. Oh, look, I probably have music or something in here. Let's see. These are my baby pieces. An envelope. That's good. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Let's trim her up. Let it dry a little bit. And then cut it into tags. This one right here I didn't trim, so I might have to slice off the top of all of that particular tag a little bit, depending on where it falls. If it falls, well, probably will fall on the top of the tag. I was going to say, if it falls on the corner, we just clip it off like we do when we clip the corners. Oopsie. Feels good. Feels nice and thick. So I'm going to try really hard this time to not... Here's the seam. I'm going to try really hard to make sure I don't cut like right here on this, because the seam's right here to the 2 pages. Like, make sure there's plenty on either side. So I like it. I hope you enjoyed that. It was super fun, easy, fairly quick. I chattered through most of it, but okay, everybody. So I'll do a little bit of prep for the next video, and then we'll decorate. Okay, or I might leave a few of them undecorated because I want to get my Christmas stuff down, but I do have a few things here I do want to use and get started. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget, we pray blessings over you, and we want you to know you're so loved. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.